Yeah, yeah. Welcome again to this second session of the role of income diversification in the northern region. My name is Gamal Abdul Nasser, faculty at the Economics Department of the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration. I'm a development consultant as well as a policy practitioner in the developing world, and I'd like to give you my perspectives on income diversification in the northern region. In the previous discussion and lecture, we looked at income diversification as a concept. I looked at the political economy of income diversification and its contribution to poverty reduction in the northern region, and how it can be used as a tool for poverty reduction across different parts of the region. And I gave you three different contexts. We looked at the political economy of income diversification and how agricultural policy has influenced it based on Ghana's economic growth. In this context, I am going to be looking at the political economy of income diversification in the northern region, because I want to use this northern region as a case study for looking at how income diversification could be used as a tool for enhancing living standards of people in the northern region. Just look at the political economy of income diversification in the northern region. So I'm going to give you the regional economy of the northern region and how income diversification could be used as a tool to poverty reduction and enhancing food security in the northern region. Now, the northern region, as you all know, is populated by the highest population of rural poor in northern region. According to latest statistics, a lot of the 60% of rural households are malnourished, and a lot of these pregnant women are still going through problems and so on. The northern region is sparsely populated, and majority or a large share of the poor people in Ghana live in the northern region, and agriculture or farming is the dominant source of income for dwellers of the rural house, for dwellers of northern region. And in order to improve the living standards of people in the northern region, income diversification is critical to addressing the livelihood strategies of the northern region people, and how these things can be used to enhance the living standards of people in the northern region. Now, on the basis of the discussions that we've had, I'm going to look at how the economic recovery program, which was initiated in the 1980s by the PNDC government through to the successive structural adjustment programs, and how they influenced agricultural policy formulation in Africa and Ghana. We are now going to look at how the economic recovery program and its successive structural adjustment programs in the 90s influenced or affected the regional economy in the northern region. Now, though the structural adjustment programs in Ghana helped to reduce poverty to some extent because it increased agricultural output by about 2.5%. However, what it did, the structural adjustment programs created problems in the northern region. Why? Because even though the economic recovery program created a lot of changes, brought a lot of political, economic, and social changes in the northern region in terms of institutional policy changes, but the problem that the economic recovery program created in the northern region is that it created competition in the northern region, because the cotton producers were facing blistering competition from foreigners, and because of the subsidies that they enjoyed, because of the subsidies that foreign countries enjoyed, it limited profitability of the cash crop cotton in the northern region. And in this next session, I am going to be defining the problem of northern region and why northern region continues to suffer from massive levels of poverty and underdevelopment in spite of several government interventions in the northern region. As I mentioned in a previous discussion, the dominant profession in the northern region is agriculture, and because of the unimodal rainfall pattern of the northern region, unlike the southern part of Ghana, which has a bimodal rainfall pattern, the northern region has unimodal rainfall pattern, which means it has shorter periods of rainfall season with longer periods of dry season. So what that does is that in the dry season, northerners do not have anything to do except to look for other ways of generating income to support their families. So the idea here is this: that because of the climate change, because of the advancing climate change and the threat of climate change, alongside some of the policy issues that we have faced in this country, all these things have contributed to perpetuating poverty in the northern region. And as you can see, if you look at the Ghana statistical data on Northern Region, all the 5 rounds of discussions on poverty analysis on Northern Region from 1992 to 2017 have all indicated that the Northern Region is a haven for poverty. It's a haven of poverty because of some of these challenges that I have mentioned, and how the climate alongside policy myopia have all contributed to undermining people in the Northern Region. So there's massive talk about upward mobility of poor in the Northern Region from poverty, and I am going to give you income diversification as a major tool for helping government to lift the poor from poverty in the Northern Region. And as an expert in this area, I am Gamal Abdul Nasser, a consultant and a lecturer at the economics department, and also somebody who has worked a lot in the Northern Region with a lot of experience. And I would like to say that the income diversification problem is a major problem in the Northern Region because of the problems that we have faced with the weather as well as the policy myopia in the Northern Region. Now, let me give you a basic insight into the nature of policy intervention in the Northern Region. Now, having mentioned that poverty is a critical thing in the Northern Region, poverty governments, as long as international development organizations, have tried a series of interventions to try to address the poverty problem in the Northern Region. Some of these interventions started in the 1960s and 70s. They were the broad strategies, and those broad strategies were interventions which looked at basic human needs and support. Now, in the 1970s, and also the Economic Recovery Program and its successive structural adjustment programs initiated by the PNDC government created a lot of problems in the Northern Region because the regional economy suffered from a large importation of poultry, rice, and other foreign food products, and that limited the profitability of local varieties as well. So farming became less profitable because of the large importation of rice, tomato, and poultry. The regional economy suffered a lot, and the demand for local food products decreased. And because the demand for local food products decreased, it contributed to poverty and food insecurity in the Northern Region. That contributed to poverty and food security in the Northern Region. And as I mentioned earlier, because foreign countries were enjoying subsidies from their government, it limited the profitability of the cash crop cotton. So it increased joblessness and created rural unemployment in the Northern Region. So because of this, the regional economy suffered, and the regional economy has consistently suffered in the Northern Region because of, one, the structural adjustment program, which did not help in making cotton a very attractive exportable crop in the Northern Region, and also because of the structural adjustment program leading to the importation of rice, poultry, and tomato. The demand for local food products decreased, and so that increased high levels of rural unemployment in the Northern Region and contributed to poverty in the Northern Region. And subsequent subsidies too did not help them because they were competing with other foreign countries, and the subsidies that their competitors enjoyed, the cotton producers in the Northern Region did not enjoy those kinds of things. So it increased rural poverty in the Northern Region, according to Jebuni and Seni in their write-up on policy formation in the Northern Region. Also, as a follow-up to some of the reasons why the Northern Region continues to experience high levels of underdevelopment is also because the Northern Region is in the Guinea Savannah Zone, and the Guinea Savannah Zone is an area that doesn't have a lot of rainfall. Rainfall ranges between 400 to 200 to 2,200 millimeters per year in the Guinea Savannah Zone, and so climate change has made life very difficult for farmers in the Northern Region. So farming as an income generating activity is a very risky thing in the Northern Region because of the unimodal rainfall pattern. According to scholars, Yarrow 2008, Yarrow indicates that the Northern Region has a unimodal rainfall pattern, and because it has a unimodal rainfall pattern, it has a long period of dry season, which is from October from October to May has a long period of dry, so water is not produced for farming and the rest. So you can realize that African agriculture is rain-fed agriculture, so when it doesn't rain it creates a lot of problems. So because of the unimodal rainfall pattern in the northern region, rural households, especially the youth, migrate to the southern part in search of non-farm jobs during the dry season. And this is why we have a lot of Kayaye situation in Ghana. If you go to Agbogbloshie, you'll find a lot of these things. The exodus or the movement of young people from northern region in search of non-farm jobs in the north is because of the unimodal rainfall pattern. So income diversification can be a tool to improving the living standards of rural householders in the northern region if government is able to evaluate the policies on income diversification and see how income diversification could be used as a tool for improving the living standards of Northerners. And as a policy consultant, as an economist, a cultural economist, agribusiness expert, a world think tank on this issue, I'll be able to advise government on how to improve the living standards of people in the northern region. And then I'll leave it here until we move into the next section.